Hello everyone, I'm Nicole Merrill and today I'm going to talk to you about emotional intelligence and the importance of it in the work center. Here is an overview of this presentation. We will start with a description of emotional intelligence, why our company should invest in emotional intelligence, and the benefits. We'll next identify the differences between a leader and a manager, and then go into the core components to developing emotional intelligence and the effects it can have. I will briefly discuss how FedEx incorporated this training and the effects it had on their work centers, and finally, how our company should implement this training. Here's the basic definition of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is an ability that operates with and on emotional data and is best measured in an objective manner. It consists of the abilities to accurately perceive emotions, to understand their causes and trajectories, to utilize them to help you think and effectively manage them. It is a combination of emotions and social skills, awareness to help influence our overall capability to effectively cope and influence the demands and pressures of work life. It is important to understand and have the ability to control our own emotions, but it is just as important to be able to understand, interpret, and respond to the emotions of others. We all have different personalities, needs, and motivators. We all also have different ways of showing emotions and react differently to situations. Understanding yourself and learning how to deal with the emotions to help others. So, why does our company need emotional intelligence? Improving emotional intelligence in our leaders can help the company in more than just innovation and productivity. Our organization has been faced with many employee based obstacles, such as subpar work performance, high rate of turnover, absentees, or overuse of leave and other improper use of social activities. When you have a leader with a high level of emotional intelligence, they will communicate and show genuine interest for those who work for them. This makes the employee feel valued and creates a stronger positive feeling about the leader as well as the organization. Benefits of emotional intelligence. Developing our management teams to have strong emotional intelligence is a key factor to improving the well being of our work center, which leads to many benefits for the company. The first is developing our managers into leaders will help to facilitate a team environment where the employees feel valued. This value builds trust and provides them with a voice to develop and present new ideas and innovations to help better the company. This team mentality also has many benefits for the company. Valued employees normally want to stay, which helps with retention and turnover rates. When employees feel like they are part of the decision making process, they will typically work harder towards the goal of improving production. A work center where everyone feels valued leads to a better work environment and better results. Leadership and management sound very similar, but the difference is in how they accomplish the job. Here are some common trait differences between a manager and a leader. Leaders tend to motivate and influence to get the job accomplished, while managers organize and task to get the job accomplished. Both are just as important to a business, but finding a balance between the two will most likely produce the best results. Emotional intelligence in the work center is how we can transform managers into effective leaders. Here are the four components of emotional intelligence. It is self awareness, self management, social awareness, and relationship management. And self awareness is understanding your strengths and weaknesses, what motivates you, and why you react in a particular way. This is the most important component because it influences our ability to refine and develop our other components. Self management is how we react and manage our emotions and maintain consistent even when we are faced with difficult or challenging situations, keeping our emotions and impulses under control. Social awareness is being aware of others' needs, listening and comprehending what those around us are saying or feeling based on their responses, expressions, or even behaviors. Relationship management These are our social skills. It's how we interact and deal with others and their emotions. These are the most visible forms of emotional intelligence. This includes building relationships, maintaining them, and building a rapport or trust with others. Emotional intelligence impacts our daily lives. It's how we behave and interact with those around us. It is the foundation for critical skills. Here are some of those skills it can enhance. It can help us understand ourselves, establish and form healthy relationships, relate better to others, influence others, create a team attitude, and even reduce stress. Here's a case study at FedEx. So, a study was conducted at FedEx Express where the company brought in a team to teach the managers emotional intelligence over 6 months. The process was to conduct a 5-day class with the managers and then provide a 6-month coaching process. The chart shows how the individuals in the training improved personally. 44% of the participants experienced a very large increase, 10 to 50% improvements. Interestingly enough, this company already ranked within the top 10 companies in the world with their state of the art leadership training. The results of the training have gone far beyond the workplace. Participants have shared numerous stories using these tools to cope with loss, reunite with family members, step up to become better parents, and even make dramatic changes to improve health and well being. By supporting new managers in this way, FedEx gains by having more competent leaders, and also by showing its people that the company puts its value into action. In turn, this role models the kind of people centered leadership that FedEx expects from all managers. So, how do we do that? Our current company is roughly 200 people, and we have about 30 members in the middle management level. These 30 members should be the initial targets for the training. The initial training should be conducted through face to face informal training sessions with the upper management team. The presentation should not be formal, but more interactive for people to discuss the information and talk about different experiences. With the advancement of technology using emails and text, the amount of personal interaction continues to decrease and communication is less personal, and it can oftentimes be taken in the wrong context. The ideal presentation for this information would be multi step or have multiple sessions where they can get the basics of emotional intelligence and learn the different components of it. And then follow up with some classes where they can get feedback about themselves from their peers or even the teams that they work for. Being able to take that feedback and make changes to their emotional consciousness will be very important for realizing emotional intelligence. Within companies, you have various levels of management. These positions can be managers or leaders. The difference between being a manager and a leader is having a full understanding of emotional intelligence, improving one's personal strengths by learning and using the core components of emotional intelligence, self awareness, self management, social awareness, and relationship management will help to turn those managers into leaders. Strong leaders have the ability to connect on a personal level and gain the trust of those around them. They use emotional intelligence to understand and connect with the team, to know what influences them and drives them to do the things that they do. A manager oftentimes doesn't care about the people doing the job, but rather focuses on the completion of the job. I believe that by implementing this emotional intelligence training, we'll create a work center where everyone feels valued, leads to a better work environment, and better results. I hope you will implement emotional intelligence training.